Hey guys, welcome back to Be Divine Minded. It is your girl, Goddess Fumi. I am here because I really wanted to make a video because one of the hardest things about being a single woman is running into married men. Now, I just wanted to give 5 different ways that you guys can tell that a man is married. Now, this is something that I have come into contact with more than once. I've been, minding my own little business, and a guy come to me and is just saying everything perfectly, doing everything perfectly. Months down the line, I find out that he's married. Now, these are things that I later learned on that I should have paid attention to these signs, but I didn't. So now I'm going to share these signs with you so that you don't have to make the same mistakes that I've made. All right, ladies, so let's get right to it. I know these men, we're so sick of them. Now some ladies might like dating married men. You might want to date married men because you like the fact that you don't have to be obligated to him. You can just see him when you want to see him. It's like you got a man, but you really don't have a man, You got a man, but you don't have all the issues. But we're going to leave that for another video. But for any woman that do not want to date a married man, you are sick of meeting men lying about if they're married. They won't tell you. And I'm not even just talking about contract marriage. I'm talking about I've been with her. We got 5 kids. We've been together for 20-something years married. I'm talking about marriage to the point where you don't even have to be legally married, but you are still committed in a relationship. You live with the woman. These are the signs to tell when a man ain't shit. And I say this because I feel like there's some married men who are very good men. They're honest, they're open, and some men are polygamous, so I don't want to just judge men and say they ain't shit because they're married and they may be out looking for someone else, because you never know the situation. But for those men who are out there lying to women, manipulating women, making women think that you are single with no children and it is just you and her, and that this, you could be someone that she could possibly start a life with, you are a piece of scum. And this video is all about you. If he's never taking you to his house, depending on how long you've been dating this guy, you've never been to where he sleeps. A lot of men, especially when they're doing good for themselves, they want to show you where they live. They want to show you how well they're doing. They want to show you, what a nice house they have. So if you've never been to that guy's house or his home or, where he sleeps at night, then 9 times out of 10, my darling, that man is in a committed relationship, or he just doesn't trust you. And either way, you need to move on. Number 2, if this man only talks to you like around the time when he's out in the streets or he's working. So if he's a businessman and he only talks to you, after 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, when he's already in his car, he's already out, making his moves, he may talk to you all throughout the day. But as soon as nighttime come and he's pulling up in that driveway, he talks to you and he say goodnight. And then all of a sudden you might call him 30 minutes later just to tell him you love him, and he doesn't answer, or you text him and he doesn't reply. He can talk to you all day while I'm out in the streets, while I'm out handling business. But once I get back into my home with my beautiful wife and my children, I'm not answering his phone for you. I mean, ladies, I've seen men, no lie, I've seen men who had like 2 or 3 phones, and they would give the girls that they're just kicking it with this one particular phone number, and before they go in the house, they'll drop them phones in the mailbox. Go in the house like I'm just happily ever after. So that's number 2, ladies. If you only talk to him around the time that he's out in the streets or working or at work on his lunch break or whatever, and you never talk to him when he's actually in his home, he's married. 3, you've never met his family. I mean, you might know his cousin Keisha or, someone that you guys may mutually know together. But if he's never brought you home to his mother or his grandmother. I remember back in my day, I had a guy that actually did introduce me to his father, but he never would introduce me to the women in his family, like his mother, his sisters. And later I came to find out that he had a woman that he was dealing with. He ended up having 2 children by her. He wasn't married, but his oldest oldest child was like 6 and the youngest was like 8 months. So clearly he's been with this girl for a while. So we're not even just talking about legally married on this video. We're talking about a man in a committed relationship, period. So that's number 3. You've never met his family. He only introduced you to select family members, most likely his guys, his brothers, his homeboys, his dad, but he's never really going to introduce you to his mother or his sisters or the women, you know, because men don't want to show the women in their lives that they're capable of being a scumbag. So they're not going to just bring Keisha, Alicia, and Tisha around mama. You know, they might bring Ebony, the one that they love, but all the rest of the girls, you know, they keep them around the clubhouse or, you know, around my homeboys or just me and her. So the 4th way is if you're dealing with a man, you know, he's everything when you're around him. You know, you when he's with you, he is the best man in the world. It is all about you. He buys you gifts. He just does so much for you. He pampers you with love and affection. But then when he leaves your house, or y'all leave from that date, you can never hear from him. Like, you can call him a million times. This man won't answer the phone. You're texting him. You know, you go on Facebook and you see that he's on Facebook. You know, you can see when they're active on social media and you see this. And he is not answering your phone call. 9 times out of 10, he's married. The 5th way that you can tell that a man is just married is when he really never talks about a future with you. I mean, this man never talks about, you know, what are we gonna do on Christmas? Let's plan a trip to Jamaica for, you know, the holidays, or what are you doing for Thanksgiving? Like, I'm not even one to celebrate these holidays, but majority of the world, you do celebrate these holidays. So if you're dealing with the man and he does not try to plan any type of future with you, except for, oh, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, or I'm gonna call you tomorrow, or something like that, that's not a man that is, I mean, he's probably married. He can't plan a future with you. He can't plan to spend, and this goes back to holidays and stuff like that. Every holiday, this man disappear. I mean, you be with this man every day. Then all of a sudden on Christmas, he got sick and his phone going straight to voicemail. Or you with this man every day, and then all of a sudden it's Thanksgiving and you don't hear from him from Thursday to Sunday. Or, you know, it's his birthday. You may talk to him on his birthday because he out with his boys. But then he got drunk and passed out and you probably don't hear from him for the day. These are things that we need to look for when you're meeting a man and you like, is this man married? Is this man... because a lot of women are in polygamous relationships and we don't even know it. And this is the sad thing about it. I feel like polygamy is awesome for those who are able to deal with it and who want to deal with it. But for those women who have been a victim like myself, you met a man and he is just perfect. He is your knight in shining armor. And then all of a sudden you find out he's married. I mean, it can truly damage you. It can hurt you. And it can really make you feel like you just don't even want to trust men anymore, because this man is so perfect outside of the fact that he's married. And maybe, you know, the sad thing is a lot of us women, because there's such a lack of good men out here, a lot of us would still date this man because we don't know when we're going to ever find another man to make us feel like that man did, you know? So I just feel like, men, you should definitely be honest with women. Let women know what's going on. If you are married and you do want to take on another woman, let your wife know. You never even know what your wife might think about it. You know, I just really encourage people to communicate and be open and be honest about what it is you want, because you know, it's really hurtful when you think you found someone that you love and you could spend the rest of your life with, and then come to find out he's married. It really hurts. So ladies, I hope you took heed to these points and these things that I've mentioned in this video. It's like 7 women to every man out here. 9 times out of 10 we sharing our men, ladies, and I just think we should know if we are. If that's the case, let me know so that maybe I might want to have a friend on the side too. I'm just playing, you know, we're ladies, we don't do things like that. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to my channel and yeah, be divine minded.